Hey everybody on Hilton Head Island, it's Ty here from Lava Fitness, and today we're with Alejandra Velada from Mexico, who's been a member here at Lava for a little over a year. She's participated in our Lava training, and she steps in and does our small group training for strength. And right now she's going to tell us about some of her success, her progress, and we've chosen her because, hey, she was our member of the month. So Alejandra, we're going to get to talking here.
Well, I like a lot to come here to the gym. I love it. That's my thing of the day, coming here. Come every day here biking. And by coming here to the gym, I feel more strong and I can do more miles biking. And
Now, originally, I told him starting off that you're from Mexico. What part of Mexico are you from?
Guadalajara, Jalisco.
I can't even try. I'm not even gonna give that a shot.
I know.
I'm gonna do it. I did. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school and stuff. So you know when we count and stuff, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. I get to 10 and then I wipe out.
Yeah.
But previous to Lava, what exercise experience have you had?
Well, I was in another gyms, but never had the team training as I'm doing now.
Which
So
is a
it's like,
circuit style for fat loss.
yeah, that is like, I feel like I'm really working out, that I'm finally watching like more accomplished in my body,
Well, you're
or
doing
more
more of a-
success.
Exactly. Full body routine.
That I at least know what to do. Like before I was just like maybe at the elliptical and maybe just doing things by myself without really knowing what to do.
And it's interesting, and I'll tell you guys at home, the viewers, how we met. Do you remember how we met? She was passing by, she had a little visor on, and I noticed she was up on an elliptical forever. I looked and she was one of those people. She was on it for 40, 45 minutes, and she was passing by, and you know, I was joking with you, and I said, what did I say? Hey, try it, come work out with us.
Yeah, and I really enjoy your invitation, and I appreciate it because I just tried it once, and since then, it's like I belong to this kind of training.
So you tried it once, and let's tell everybody at home, how many times a week do you come?
Well, I'm coming 4 times a week
Four
to
times
do
a
the
Sometimes 5
training.
times a week. Now, she's been one of those I've had to get on to her. If she's had 2 or 3 sessions where it's just been gruesome, she's done like a small group and then a Lava training, which there's a difference. There's a strength training, then you get more anaerobic, you get into your cardio. And sometimes I've had to get on to you and tell you to cut back and rest.
Yeah.
And if you eat healthy and you sleep well, your rest days, that's when you repair. So, you know, she was one of those examples. She was busting it every day, but now she's come to a point she can come 4 or 5 times a day because you know how to
I need
stretch
a
it
rest
out.
day for my body to get better for the next day or so.
And you ride your bike a lot, right?
Yeah.
She's biking all over the island. You can't miss her. You wear your visor
Yeah,
and your
you will
glasses.
see me around the island someday.
Yeah.
And just wave. Hello.
Yeah. And but going back though, body fat loss. What's the percentage of body fat loss? Because you started back last October, and then you took a 4-month break and you went to Mexico.
Yes.
And then so all in all, you've lost how much body fat?
Like maybe 4 or 5
Percent.
percent of
Which you
fat
didn't start
loss.
off with a lot anyway, so that's big. You
Yeah.
know, it's people don't realize in fitness and stuff when you come along, you got to keep stepping out of your comfort zone to keep progressing. To keep losing. So
yeah,
that
and I
was
feel
really good.
more confident, like with myself, with how I look or how I feel.
Well, you look
Like
great,
working. Oh,
and I'm not
thank
just
you.
standing on the camera. We could shut the cameras off, and I would tell her. You know.
Thank you.
But going back to like yesterday, she worked out yesterday, right? And remember you did the box jumps. She was doing box jumps, and every time I stacked them a little higher, she started off doing the 24 inches. Said she couldn't. She did 6 jumps on it. Then I put 3 more inches on top of that. Said she couldn't. She did 7 jumps with it.
Yeah,
we were
it's
just talking
like
about that.
also amazing that I'm doing things that I will never imagine that I'm able to do. So
Yeah.
that's also like
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, like I love that, like to realize that I'm able to carry some weights or to jump or to do things.
And you know what's interesting too, that we have you here on camera, something I've noticed, how many sessions you can tell the people at home that you've stepped into where you've been with, let's say, somebody that has more limitations or an older individual, that you did the same workout they did and you both got a good workout. Were you surprised?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure, that I'm working out with other, as you said, older people, and they're doing really good.
You've seen how they came along, and you step in, you're thinking,
Yeah.
wow, this is probably going to be easy for me because I'm too advanced for this. but we have a way to progress and regress everything and make it fit.
Yeah, that everybody can join the classes and do at their own rhythm or
Rhythm,
the
you got the
way
word. Good.
they can do it.
Good. You learned that one about 2 months ago,
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It's a difficult word.
What is your favorite exercise that we do?
Well, I like a lot the...
You like the TRX?
TRX.
Pulse? So she likes the body weight suspension. And there's at least 20 different exercises as far as full body you can do from those. And then what's your least favorite? What do you least like?
I think I kind of like everything.
Really? You like the sled?
Maybe the...
Burpees.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like when I see you in training and stuff, some of the stuff you
oh, no, that one, no.
Because I'm always that one more type person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really good. So I noticed that when you would finish the classes, right, or a session, we like to call them sessions, classes are a little different, we have training sessions, that you would step over and you would go back onto elliptical or treadmill for an extra 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And what people forget, that's one motion. Yes, that is exercise. It's not bad, there's reason for those machines, but when you're doing that one motion constantly compared to what we do 8 different motions in 8 different angles and areas, right?
Yeah.
So
I
that
feel
covers
that I'm
more body.
really working out when I'm doing the sessions with your training assistance.
How many full push-ups can you do now? What did we count you the other day?
We count like 6, 7.
6. And you used to she could barely get down from the knees.
Yeah.
I remember that,
like,
so you've gotten strong.
That's tough, but I'm feeling better that I can do more than before.
Well, your core strength.
Yeah, that's also that's a difficult part, and I like that I'm improving a lot.
What about the kettlebells? Do you like using the kettlebells like over?
Yeah.
Well, I know you haven't done much barbell work, but we really emphasize kettlebells as far as any of our snatch and cleans or anything.
Yes, I like to work out my arms. It's kind of like my favorite because I'm biking outside, so I think that outside I'm working out more my legs. And here, well, the rest of the body, like abs, arms.
Well, funny thing about Alejandra, though, is that sometimes right as she thinks she stepped into an easy session and she starts looking at me, we start doing those finishers to make it a little harder. She is by far, she's one of our hardest workers. Give me a fist bump there. She does great.
Thank you.
And she's had great success at Lava.
Yeah.
Alejandra, you can tell them.
Yeah, well, just to join us here. It's a lot of fun to work out with the team training. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Alejandra.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. Stay seated. We're here with Joe McLaughlin, our Mr. September, as we've been calling him, member of the month. And Joe's a hometown boy. He's an old country boy from West Virginia. And that's how we originally met. We'll tell you that story as we go on here. But Joe's going to tell us a little bit about the success he's having. You guys can look. He's got pipes on him. His legs are looking good. He's moving well. I'm not going to tell you his age because I know he has a sharp left hook. But he might catch me right there as soon as I say it, but you wouldn't believe it. His mobility is great. His exercise is good, and you're going to be seeing him some on film. And Joe, tell us a little bit about the success you're having here at Lava.
Oh, I love it. I've done this type of workout for quite a few years, about 12 years. And came here over a year ago, well, almost a year ago, and noticed this workout going on. And because I think I joined, it was probably April.
Well, I remember when
March or April.
We originally met, he had a shirt on. He came through and it said HIIT. He said HIT. There's a HIT center. Or I don't know if it was HIT. It was a blue shirt.
Yeah.
And that's familiar with what I saw back home and stuff, because a lot of us boys in high school and stuff went to a HIT center in Huntington for football, athletic workouts. I thought, And we got to know each other, got to talking a little bit. And I knew right then, I'd watched him work out through the gym, and he wasn't really going slow motion, but he'd come in and out, didn't see him as much. And then all of a sudden, what was that first workout you stepped over and did? You hit the sled?
Yeah. I was lost in here trying to work out by myself. And I need some structure.
Yeah.
So this worked out well. Ty called me in, let me do a free class, and I joined up right after that, and it's been nonstop since.
Yeah, he did. And I think after that class, and even the other one, I said, well, take about a week and see how you feel. I was like, was this kind of similar to what you did? And you came in the next day sweaty. You're like, hey, I like this. I felt good. You were sore in all the right places.
Still do. I love it. In fact, like to come out and work out, then go home, rest a little bit, play some golf. It helps my mobility during golf. Strength is good as far as hitting the golf ball.
Yeah, you said you've increased your drive.
Well, I increased my drive years ago, and I say at my age I'm maintaining my distance. It's more of a maintenance program.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not getting any longer, but
Yeah.
I do fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But Joe McLaughlin, guys, and stay tuned, and you're going to see some more Lava Fitness, how you can get in shape and mentally stay healthy. Hey guys, welcome back. We're here with Joe McLaughlin, our Mr. September, as we've been calling him, member of the month. He came in one time, we were sitting in the office talking, and he was busting it for like 2 months, and people were looking over turf like, who is this guy? And Bill was asking because he saw you over there jumping boxes, and Joe came in once and he sat there, and I got a funny story about him, and he went, you know, and we never really talked nutrition and such, but I'll never forget, he was the most honest. He sat down and he went, I really like ice cream. And I went, well, I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I said, he went, no, but you don't understand. I love ice cream. I said, well, how much do you have? He said, pretty big bowl every night. And what was that, the chocolate chip?
Yeah, the chocolate chip.
Yeah, and I was thinking, well, is my fat going up from this or anything? I said, no, he's fine. Because the fact is, he was coming in and getting after it.
That's burning it.
And that means he can pleasure, he can have those things. Because that's a lot of the stuff you pick up. When you get on a regular routine, as we've talked about, guys, every time you do that, you can learn to enjoy the little pleasures in life and stuff. So you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Because you come in about, what, 5-6 times a week? Sometimes 2 or 3?
3 to 4.
Yeah.
3 to 4, yes.
And he has a MyZone strap. And his MyZone strap, you know, the one that you see, it counts your calories and shows your work effort. He's always up there in the orange and red. He gets his heart rate up high completely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Burning between 600 to 800 calories.
What's some of the favorite stuff that you like doing down there, that we like doing on the turf?
Oh, I like anything involving kettlebells, lifting.
Really?
The sled.
Yeah.
I like the sled to get the heart rate up.
Yeah. What about those bear crawls?
Bear crawls, great.
Yeah,
they're not much fun, not a whole lot of fun to do, but you can really tell when you get the next day that you've done. You can feel the hand. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
So yeah, I like the bear crawls, and there's very few exercises I dislike.
Yeah.
I mean.
But it's something, you know, to actually be sitting here and talking about, because the way that we initially met, I never even said anything to him. Like, we stood up and we did your assessment even the next day. We just gave him a workout to try because you were coming in, you came in with your wife. And he was like, I'm from Huntington, West Virginia. And I thought, you know what? I bet you can get after it in there. And you did. You sure did. You've been doing great.
Thank you.
By the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's ironic enough, we met months back, and I'm sitting here, and then, you know, I can see I looked at you today, and your body changed, your structure's going on, your mobility is better. So,
yeah, thanks.
If you don't mind, how old are you? You can tell us.
58.
58 years old.
58.
How about that, man? Good job on that.
Thanks.
But yeah, anything else you want to say as far as like anybody watching and stuff you can recommend, or some of the stuff you favor to, or if you got any exercise advice for people that may be watching this?
No, I think that people that want to get really interested in or involved in exercise need to start slow, but don't be afraid of something like this Lava Fitness training. It's the personal training or the group training is really you work yourself into it, work yourself up to it, and it's not that bad. It's really good for you.
Yeah, that's the truth.
People want to at least give it a try.
And there's times you've had workouts in there with like an older person that's probably in their 70s or someone age 16.
Yeah,
and
I've
stuff.
been shocked how well they do.
It's weird. You come out there, you're like, wow, we all just did about the same
I still get a great
thing.
workout. Yeah, it's fantastic. They're really, you're right. Age is not only a limitation.
Well, in this style of training, I'll be honest with you, 3 or 4 years ago, when I was certified and I was in this, I'm in this field, I didn't realize that there was going to be something to continue on like this. That shows you how exercise has come throughout the years, right? Where they have different regressions, but you can still have the same intensity and same duration. You can do the same exercises.
Yes.
So, yeah, I like that you said that. You told them that, because a lot of people can get really discouraged when they step in, and they'll probably see on film some of the hard stuff you're doing. So keep that in mind, everybody that's watching. Remember, you can always knock it down and crawl before you can walk. You even did that kind of. But he was hard. I have to lasso him in. He takes off with. Yeah, he's something. Joe's a good guy. And what was where you retired from, if you don't mind telling him?
I'm a pharmacist, basically. I'm a pharmacist and sold my pharmacy a little over a year ago.
He's sharper in attack.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Joe McLaughlin, our Mr. September of the month, He's lost about, how much body fat have you lost?
3% maybe.
3% through that, and how much strength gain have we picked up? He's added like 5 push-ups to everything, 5 squats.
I'm not sure about that.
We picked up your kettlebells too.
Yeah.
You're up on the 50s.
You know more about that than I do.
Yeah, I know. I know all that.
I just lift what you tell me to lift.
But Joe McLaughlin, guys, and stay tuned, and you're going to see some more Lava Fitness, how you can get in shape and mentally stay healthy. Hey guys, we're back here with Carolyn Krause, one of our tennis players that does our Lava training, and we're going to talk to her a little bit about her success and her progress and brag on her and get her head nice and big. But we're going to talk about everything that she's going through right now, and she's actually got some really cool stuff that she just told us about 5 minutes before we started filming that's going on with her tennis. And Carolyn, it's all yours. Take it. What's going on right now with your tennis? Like, tell us.
Well, in order to get to tennis, though, you know, I had a torn ACL back in August of last year, and I came to Lava in January with just barely out of rehab.
I remember that. I did your assessment.
And what I wanted to do was get back into tennis. So I worked with the small group training and did Metaburn.
Do you remember your assessment? I hate to keep cutting you off, but I'm going to cut
That's
you off
okay.
every time. No. Do you remember your assessment when we did like all your stuff, your planks and stuff, how you were like, gosh, she kind of had what we call negative self-talk and stuff. Kinda. But then again,
I was like,
yeah, she just couldn't do stuff. And then she was persistent about it. Well, tell about how Bill got you set up with your assessment.
Well, I called to come to a class because I saw it, I think, in the paper. And Bill's like, well, you have to have an assessment. And I'm like, no, I just want to try a class. I don't want an assessment. And he's like, no, you have to have an assessment.
For
and I
safety.
said, no. So I hang up. Call him back in 5 minutes. I said, Bill, this is Carolyn again. I said, what do I have to do for the assessment? And he said, you got to come in and meet with Ty. And I said, well, I really don't want to do that. I want to work out tomorrow. And
She hated me already.
And he said, well, you have to meet with Ty. He's here. And so I hung up again, called back and said, I'll be there in 15 minutes. So
right before we were closing at 8 o'clock, and I sat around, I was eating almonds. I say almonds for the camera. I was eating Doritos, waiting on her.
No, you weren't.
No, I was eating almonds, waiting on her. She came in, we did her assessment. We were after hours, and then you stepped in the training the next day?
Yeah, but that night you even tried to say, well, why don't you come in tomorrow and do the assessment? I'm like, no, I'm doing it
I
right
did not do
now.
that. You can't say, cut. You can't take that. No, but she stepped in, she did the training, and then next thing you know, you come about what, 2-3 days a week?
I try to get here 3 times a week, depending on when I play tennis, but 2 at least, try to get here 3.
And she does great. She's one of those things, and it's noticed, and we'll say it's on camera, we have that trainer-client relationship where I'm always poking and prodding at her because I know her potential. And I wouldn't say slack off. There's just times and stuff when you know you can do a workout easier, but when she does it, man, I mean, she does it. She's in great shape. You've lost, what, about 8% body fat?
Yes,
Just doing that?
8% body fat. And the big thing is I'm back playing tennis with no problems.
You're moving.
Stronger than ever, moving better, playing tennis better, winning my matches, you know, and that was my whole goal. So now I have to stay with the training so that I continue to stay and stay strong so I don't hurt myself.
Did you mention that you're going to States? Did you tell everybody?
No, I didn't mention that, but we did win, our tennis team out of Palmetto Dunes did win 40 and 55 teams, and so we're going to States this weekend.
And then what else are you doing tomorrow as a little gift?
And then tomorrow night we're flying out to New York for the US Open Finals.
Oh, that's great. And see, none of that would have been possible if she wouldn't have been training here.
That's
she wouldn't
right.
even taken vacation. She would have felt bad about herself.
I wouldn't have felt like going, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't have felt like going. But now you guys at home, you've probably seen, if you've watched any of our episodes, that Carolyn's in some of our trainings and stuff, and we've chose her because she's one of those that can come 2 or 3 times a week, and she does great. And she listens to us. You do. Hopefully you do. You listen on the rest and repair because you know as well as I do. You see some of these people come in. They'll come like every day, and maybe they're not eating the best. Like I know her nutrition's on point because there's been times she sent emails or texts me, and you're curious. She wants to say, well, what's not my portion control? What I need to be having through here? So you're eating properly. And when you do that and you rest and repair, you can come 2 or 3 times a week. It's called maintenance. But some people like Alejandra earlier who interviewed with us, she comes 4 or 5 times a week and she feels different if she doesn't do it like that way. But
right. The only thing, if I'm
strokes.
not here, I'm playing tennis. So I only am not here, I'm on the tennis court. So otherwise I come.
That's really good. What is one of your okay, I know exercise is hard and stuff. What's one of your favorite exercises that we do?
Favorite exercise?
None. N-U-N.
Getting finished?
None. I can't believe I asked you that question because I knew you weren't going to give an answer in that one. What's the least favorite? Everything.
I try to get through them. I don't mind the exercises. It's just that, they're not my favorite thing to do. But I enjoy them and I love the way I feel afterwards.
The burpees, you do.
I do love the way I feel afterwards.
Yeah, she's one of those, she gets in, she gets out. And actually getting in, we were joking about a month ago or something, because usually she's about 5 minutes late or something. And I've been starting right on the clock, and then you were telling me, like, when did we ever start doing this? And I was like, because I knew you're going to leave early, so. All right, well, Carolyn, thanks for interviewing with us. We chose you because Carolyn has been a member of the month. So with that being said, is there anything, advice you want to give people at home that could be watching this? Because we all know when you step into the gym, you get that feeling of insecurity. Mm-hmm. I've been there. We all feel like sometimes you're running in circles because the information that's out there now, it can really make your head spin. Am I drinking enough water? Am I eating this? I need this. I need to do this many push-ups or that. But what's kind of your opinion?
Well, I think what's good, and the reason I came to Lava was because the flexibility with the classes is amazing. I can come any time of the week, about any day, any time of day, whatever I want to do, and I can get in a class. And that's real important to me because the tennis schedule changes, my work schedule changes, and it just helps me to have the flexibility. And it's always a group training or fundamental fit or meta burn. And I try to mix it up, but sometimes it's just whatever time I get here. Mm-hmm. And they will fix the class according to how you personally can work out. So I don't have to do 50 push-ups if I can't do 50. I just do 20 or whatever. So I think that's what's real important, is that it's real flexible and you still get a good workout and you have a trainer with you all the time.
Well, you got the variety of people too. You step in. Yeah, you're right. The regression and progression. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot to be said about. We're getting in a big deep fitness discussion here. Stay with us. There's a lot to be said about really just turning things over. And what I mean by that is, if I wasn't working here and I was going to a gym that had this type of setup, I would totally 100% be on it. Because then I wouldn't know how to come in here and walk around the weight room and waste my time and have my little sheet. Because, we all don't know what we're doing. No one knows it. Mm-hmm. Mark Twain, it's one of my favorite sayings, is the only thing worse than a know-it-all is the person that actually does know everything. So, and that's the thing we learn as trainers. We don't know it all, but at the same time, if you turn it over to us, we do have your answers here as far as exercise. Right. And you just get in, and we tell you what to do, you're back out. On the way through the day, get your gas, go to Whole Foods, get your Snickers.
And it's safe.
Yeah, and it's safe.
That's what's important to me.
Yeah, it's good. Carolyn Krause, watch her play tennis at Palmetto Dunes.
Most of the time I play at Palmetto Dunes.
Wish her luck in states. Thanks for watching.